Southern California. We have some breaking news. Mark Kono at Sky 5 HD over South LA and a pursuit on some residential streets down there. Mark.
Yeah, that's right, Frank. Have a look at this. Two suspects, desperate suspects at that, driving this Land Cruiser northbound on Avalon. TV5 looking for the PD ship. We'll be looking. And making their way through South LA. We're not sure what what type of suspects they are, but we understand. TV5 inside. I'll maintain visual. Thank you very much. But we have been kind of following this for the past few minutes here. Now making their way eastbound from Avalon here. The number of streets are going to be about number 51 or 52 here, now making their way eastbound. These guys have been pursued by the LAPD for the better part of 5 to 10 minutes at this point, only on surface streets at this point here. This initially started on the westbound side, on the west side of the 110 freeway here, now making their way to the eastbound side. TV5 also, thank you. And again, now we're on the east side of the 110 freeway on 51st Street, and they have been on 51st Street for the better part of about 2 to 3 minutes at this point, kind of making their way north and southbound, zigzagging around the South LA area here. Sky 5 HD first overhead on this. Police helicopter now coming up to the scene here after having taken off from Hooper Heliport just a couple of minutes ago. These guys are making their way northbound on the boulevard here, and now kind of making their way through the residential area here. They have been driving at a fairly high rate of speed, unfortunately, for a lot of the commuters and pedestrians on the road. In fact, in another half a block here, he's going to be coming up on an elementary school. Hopefully they take the time to slow down just a little bit here, but he's going to be making a right turn up that major street here. Lots of cross traffic, lots of traffic inside here because of the fact that a lot of folks are dropping off their kids at the elementary school. But it looks like he passes that elementary school up, and now he's again northbound. I've got you there. Northbound on McKinley, again coming up through the South LA area, through kind of a residential. Wow, almost going to collide with that van there. My goodness, look at what these guys are doing. Okay, now westbound on another numbered street here off McKinley, and here we go, just kind of zigzagging the South LA area here. Again, it looks like the passenger just threw something out, and I can't tell you, about 5 minutes ago, what was thought to be a gun was also thrown out of the vehicle and landed on a vehicle going the other way here. So we're just coming up on another major here. This is going to be Avalon. He's going to turn north on Avalon from about 51st, maybe 50th Street, now northbound. Look at that. Oh my gosh, just kind of weaving in and out, wrong lanes of traffic, going westbound now. And you can kind of see this is just a desperate attempt by these two suspects here to get away. They just threw another gun, and that is what we understood from the police department activity down below here. Several units of the LAPD are following this guy. They're chasing this guy, and in another half a block, he's going to come up on it. Oh my gosh, okay, look out. Widen out, widen out, widen out. Okay, he's going to come up on some heavy cross traffic here. He's going to kind of weave his way through. Now southbound, again on the residential street. This is going to be San Pedro, with at least 5 units of the LAPD closely in tow. So some very serious evasive maneuvers here, some close calls with pedestrians, some very close calls with other commuters on the road here. But again, he's going to be moving southbound. He's been moving through the same general vicinity here, about 3 to 4 blocks east of the 110 freeway, kind of zigzagging south, north, east, and west, basically circling around 51st Street here. So this has just kind of been ongoing for the better part of 10 to 15 minutes at this point. The LAPD helicopter now overhead, and we're going to follow this through and see where this takes us. Guys?
Police pursuits are never good, but this is the worst scenario when you see a car traveling this fast, when parents are trying to take their kids to school. We've seen baby strollers. We've seen children walking on these sidewalks, and obviously these two have no regard for the safety of those in the community here.
And clearly dangerous. I mean, Mark was saying that it's believed that a couple of weapons have been thrown from this Range Rover. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. We understand at least one, possibly 2 weapons, handguns, have been tossed out by the driver and certainly the passenger of this vehicle here. He was just on Main. He's just now going west. Oh my gosh, okay, he's going to hit. He's going to hit. Okay, southbound, now on Broadway here. Southbound on Broadway, and you can see he's just about a block on the east side of the 110 freeway. Now southbound, he's going to be turning westbound again. So this means he is going to be heading westbound. He's going to be approaching the 110 freeway here. In another half block, he has an option to turn left or right, or he can basically just kind of take the bridge across over to the west side of the 110 freeway, and that's what it looks like he's doing. He is now on the west side of the 110 freeway, turning southbound on that small frontage road. That is going to be Flower Street. So Flower Street southbound, approaching, well, let's see here. It's going to be approaching 51st Street and kind of moving at a high rate of speed here. Again, as many as 5 LAPD vehicles chasing this guy down, as well as police helicopter Sky 5. Again, first overhead with this breaking news, this fast-moving Range Rover here, 2 suspects inside, weapons being thrown out of the vehicle here. They are ADW, assault with a deadly weapon suspects here, and they are moving at a very high rate of speed, coming into intersection after intersection, blowing stop signs, coming very close to colliding with cross traffic, and coming close to colliding with head-on traffic. So there we go, coming up on the Slauson off and on ramps here on Flower Street. He's just kind of making his way down there, and he is going to have to hook it over to the right, and that is going to take him over to the major street there, and that is going to be Figueroa. Let's see what he does on Fig here. He's going to have the option to go straight through. Yeah, it looks like you're going to go straight through Figueroa here and make his way westbound farther into South LA. So, yeah, he is just kind of taking us around here. We'll see where this takes us. But again, assault with a deadly weapon suspects, at least 1, possibly 2 handguns thrown from the vehicle. We believe 2 suspects in the vehicle at this point. No confirmation as to whether or not there are any more suspects in the vehicle, but that is something that we will be keeping tabs on. Guys?
We're rolling into the top of the 8 o'clock hour here, watching live coverage of a pursuit in South LA. This is happening in the neighborhood of Figueroa, Hoover, 51st, somewhere, or 61st, somewhere in that neighborhood right now. Mark Kono is in Sky 5 HD. If you're just joining us at 8 o'clock, these are assault with a deadly weapon suspects. Mark, we're going to let you take over as they pull over.
Yeah, that's right. He looks to have stopped here on one of the numbered streets here. We believe this is going to be 56th or 57th Street. You just saw him pull into the driveway, and now it looks like the LAPD does have their guns locked on the driver here. They are no doubt ordering this guy to come out of the vehicle, and it looks like he is doing that. He's kind of backing away peacefully from the vehicle here. A desperate attempt by these suspects to get away, but the officers behind him kind of taking up strategic positions along the surface street here. This is going to be a residential street, and I believe it's going to be about 57th to 58th Street here, just on the west side of the 110 freeway. You see the one suspect backing out. That is going to be the passenger. The driver also being looked at by the LAPD here. The passenger kind of ducking down, taking a position on the ground, spread eagle there, and the driver still standing up right next to the driver door here. So hopefully, and it certainly looks like that this is going to come to a peaceful end, but wow, we saw that over the course of the past few minutes here, a wild chase through South LA on the west side of the 110 freeway over to the east side of the 110 freeway. Several near misses with pedestrians, several near misses with commuters, and now it looks like these guys are finally trying to give up peacefully here. Again, this is going to be just on the west side of Hoover, about 57th, maybe 58th Street in a residential area, and the passenger already out of the car, spread eagle on the ground. The driver now backing up, and he is going to be well, gosh, okay, get him out from behind that trash can there, but it looks like they're going to get him down on the ground here shortly, but it looks like any additional persons who are in the vehicle, not out yet, but we understood that there were only 2 people in the vehicle, the driver and the passenger here. Now the driver coming out into the street, into plain view of the officers, and that is definitely what they want. He initially wanted to get down right there behind that truck behind the trash can, and that is probably not the best idea, so they got him out into the middle of the street, and now he is going to be down on the ground, spread eagle here momentarily, and at that point they will take them into custody. They will also get a secondary team to clear the Range Rover at that point.
Escalates the situation in a way that's
okay. Here we go, guys.
It looks like the officers are finally moving forward. You can see one team moving to clear
the passenger into custody here. A secondary team are going to go to the vehicle. They're going to clear that vehicle of any additional suspects or any weapons that might be in there. But again, that arrest team now on scene. They are taking the passenger into custody, and that is certainly some good news. The driver now in cuffs, and that is starting to look like a very good outcome to this unfortunate situation here, where these 2 guys, assault with a deadly weapon suspects, were taking the police on a long and prolonged pursuit through the streets of South LA here. But again, it looks like a peaceful ending, and that is certainly some good news here. They will, of course, try and retrieve anything that was was thrown out the window. We understand at least one, possibly two handguns were thrown out by these two suspects here, and so they will hopefully be able to retrieve those weapons, and that will be just added to the list of infractions that these guys face, along with a host of other moving violations. But there's a look at the driver. The passenger also in custody here, and this is going to be a situation where 57th Street, just on the west side of Hoover, is where this has come to an end. Guys?
All right, glad that it's over and over without violence.
Yeah, Mark Kona, we appreciate you bringing us that story this morning.